Well, hey there, Grace Church. It is Thursday afternoon, and just want to come to you real quick and share with you a couple of things I'm really excited about for our church. First of all, let me say thank you. Thank you very much for those of you who were in attendance Sunday. And man, just what a great Sunday we had together. It could have been a very stressful Sunday because of just some of the changes we continue to have to make as a church regarding different protocols, safety protocols, particularly having to wear masks. And at this particular point, we're hoping that is a shorter need in our church than hopefully a long-term issue. But nonetheless, as we continue to press on, we have a good situation developing, although we'll present some challenges. The challenge is that this past Sunday we had well over 100 people in attendance on Sunday morning, and that was with a few folks down in the fellowship hall watching it on live stream. And if you were in the building, you know that Sunday morning it was obviously we could not social distance inside the sanctuary, which again makes at this point makes it more necessary for us to wear masks until we either decide to go to two services or need to go to two services. And so there's a good situation that is afoot in our church in light of the fact that God continues to bring us new families. In spite of the fact that there was well over 100 people there Sunday, there were a good portion of us who still weren't here Sunday because of various reasons, whether it be travel for vacation or just home, still being a little bit more diligent and cautious about the whole virus situation. And so there's a good reason to think that God is still blessing us in the middle of this. I talked to other churches and they're not seeing as many guests and as we are, and yet the Lord just continues to bless us, and for whatever reason that is left up to Him. But I want to say to you, I'm really excited about this potential, and there are conversations that are happening within our church, and particularly with the leadership of the Free Methodist Church, as far as how to alleviate some of those challenges as we come down the road. And so be on the lookout for some things that hopefully within the next few weeks we'll be able to come to you and help you at least share with you some ways in which you can participate and help us overcome some of these challenges. But until then, let's be patient. Let's keep pressing on. Let's not and hopefully we'll see a good trend in the right direction over the course of the next few weeks as it relates to the virus. We certainly have been trying to take a more of a month-to-month approach on this, and that's what we're doing right now. So stick with us. God's is definitely with us. We're staying focused on the gospel. We're keeping that the main thing, and that's what's most important. And I want to thank you so much for the goodwill, the encouraging notes you sent to us and to me and the elders about just the hard decisions we're facing right now. But we thank you for your encouragement and your support. The second thing I'm really excited about is the fact that we're getting ready to start a new series called the Doctrines of Grace. Now, hopefully you see a little bit of a play on words there, the Doctrines of Grace, like as in Grace Church, right? So we're going to be talking about some essential doctrines that are really key and important to us in our church, particularly the sovereignty of God and the sovereignty of God in salvation. And so we're going to be launching that series this coming Sunday. And I'm super excited about that because the Doctrines of Grace, in terms of that moniker, really is another way of saying the 5 points of Calvinism. We're going to be unpacking total depravity over the next few weeks, unconditional election, limited atonement, or what we might call definite atonement. We're going to be talking about irresistible grace and the perseverance of the saints. Now, what's really interesting about this is that, and I'll say this again on Sunday, is that sometimes people think that this is what Reformed churches, these are our 5 things. And they certainly are important, but they're not the 5 things. Like, there's so much more to being a Reformed church than just these 5 points of Calvinism. And so we need to understand this historically, and we'll dig into some of that this coming week and over the coming weeks ahead. But just want to let you know, I'm super excited about this doctrinal series for 5 weeks before we jump into the book of Daniel. So guys, you're going to want to be here Sunday. We're going to make it a good Sunday. We're looking forward to having everyone here. I love you, church. I appreciate everything you are. I really am so thankful that God has put us in a very good place as a church in these days. And we're just asking that we would all just be patient as we continue to press on through some of the unknowns. And we will trust that we keep the main thing, and that's the preaching of the gospel and the fellowship of the saints. So love you guys, and we will see you guys Sunday morning.